Hi, and welcome to Victoria and I's community garden project. A community garden is, well, a garden fit for a community. Duh. Uh, I really like community gardens because they help bring a community together, as well as it's really easier to grow things for yourselves, like herbs and vegetables and fruits and all that stuff. And you don't have to do it in your own backyard, but you can do it at a place where other people are also growing things that you might want, and you guys could just swap and do all that fun stuff. And you guys are talking, you guys are communicating with each other, you guys are sharing things. And isn't the community all about sharing and equality and getting to know your fellow peeps or people, whatever? We believe community gardens are important for a community because not only do they do the things that I mentioned earlier, but they also help those in the community who aren't as financially secure as other people or other communities or just other people in general. So this community gardens are a great way to still grow and produce uh, foods that you want or crops that you'll need to make your daily life easier, but it's all at a cheaper price. And not only is it just cheaper, but of course, once again, you're sharing this with your community, and that is very important. You're sharing this with people. It takes a lot for a community garden to just magically appear in the right community in the right area, and so on, etc. There's a lot of things to consider when creating a community garden. You have to remember about the area that you're going to put the community garden in. You have to think about the space. You have to think about, is the place you're going to put your community garden, or build your community garden at, is it health hazardous, or is it clean, safe, environmentally friendly? That's very important for a community garden. Uh, you also want to you also, when you're constructing the community garden, or you're adding plots, you have to think about the plot sizes, you have to think about the sunlight, you have to think about the water source is very important. You have to think, you know do I want a bench over there, because so they can, people can just sit over there and look at their beautiful flowers or their veggies that have just grown. It's it's very crucial for a community garden to be perfect for the community that it is in. That is the number one priority. It's very important. There are so many great community gardens already here in Fresno, including Alraca Park, Peach and Butler, and Lowell Community Garden. So you should go, now. Here is our garden.
And we decided we'd have the location at Manchester Park because it's downtown area and lots of people live around it, and it would be easy to get to. There's like no shade or anything, and there's plenty of sunlight for our plants to grow and stuff. And just like, you know, it'd benefit because then the community could come together and like all work on one thing and get food from it and stuff. Some of the plants that will be growing in our community garden would be like carrots, lettuce, broccoli, tomatoes, green beans. And the reason why we pick these are because a lot of them are year-round, and those that aren't, there's some that are good in like winter, and then some that are good in like summer. So like either way, we'll like always have vegetables growing and stuff. And yeah, and that it just benefiting the garden for Fresno because we love Fresno. Yay, Fresno. And it's just pro-environment and stuff like that. That's why we need a garden. This is sort of what our garden would look like. The layout, the picture's kind of crappy, but the blue lines would be our irrigation system, and they'd go into each plots. And our total number of plots would be like around 20. They'd be like pretty big. There's like small plots going around the edge of it, smaller ones, and like our total number of plants would be like around 600, I think, give or take. Yeah, just smaller plots and then bigger plots like towards in the middle, and like some benches and stuff.